burn. Roaring engines scream as the sharp turns churn. Papa's house of game ain't no saintly shrine. Red lights bleeding through the finish line. Racing demons in my rear view tight. Crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track. Racing demons in my rear view tight. Crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track. In Papa's house of game, only winners thrive. Through the shards and smoke, I'm alive. Rivals eaten by my roaring flame. Destruction's a rule in Papa's game. Sweat and steel ignite, white old fury's frame. Diesel and despair in every name. Victories of poison players can't reclaim. Feel his fire play on this hallowed lane. I've seen champions fall on knees they prayed. Blood and gasoline, the price I paid. Waste no mercy, eyes sharp as blades. Papa's game paved on dark crusades. Every roar, a whisper to destiny's ear. Against the clock and laced in fear. Speed kills softly with a jagged edge. Papa's house of game, everyone's pledge. One pledge. In Papa's house. In Papa's house. In Papa's house of game. In the shadow of the night where I burn. Roaring engines scream as the sharp turns churn. Papa's house of game ain't no saintly shrine. Red lights bleeding through the finish line. Racing demons in my rear view tight. Crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track. Racing demons in my rear view tight. Crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track. In Papa's house of game, only winners thrive. Through the shards and smoke, I'm alive. Rivals eaten by my roaring flame. Destruction's a rule in Papa's game. Sweat and steel ignite, white old fury's frame. Diesel and despair in every name. Victories of poison players can't reclaim. Feel his fire play on this hallowed lane. I've seen champions fall on knees they prayed. Blood and gasoline, the price I paid. Waste no mercy, eyes sharp as blades. Papa's game paved on dark crusades. Every roar, a whisper to destiny's ear. Against the clock and laced in fear. Speed kills softly with a jagged edge. Papa's house of game, everyone's pledge. One pledge. In Papa's house. In Papa's house. In Papa's house of game.
It helps to actually turn the mic on. Let's start there tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Papa's House. I'm Papa. NRL tonight. Mr. William Lyons, P1, LVP, P2, Mr. It's Just Carl, P3, Cherries, DSG, and Mr. T to the case. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. NRL tonight. Should be an interesting couple of races tonight. Wesley, good evening, sir. So the first thing I got to do is turn my wheel on. Risk it. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Thank you, Wesley. I'm going to need it, man. Looks like we have rain and possibly more rain. At Atopolis, we'll be in this Volkswagen Super Sport DGT Racer 51. Good luck to you tonight, sir. I know you're ready, but I'm really hoping you're not. Oh, you're not racing. I'm sorry, Racer. No, this is the Super Sport. It's got the top, man. I never even heard of this car until McNaughty told us this is the one we're using this week. And it's a four-wheel drive. It's not a bad little car. I ain't gonna lie. Even in the rain, this little thing, it just does well. And yes, it's gonna rain. At least the first 5 to 6, maybe 7 laps. Road track's gonna be wet. It's a 16 lap race. Yeah, it really is a sleeper risk. It's okay when it has tires. Yeah, when the tires are out, the tires are out. There's there's nothing. It's pretty bad. Yeah, this thing's a little sleeper, like I said. It's going to be a fun little race. Atopolis in the rain. Here, I'll just go ahead and get a lobby opened up for practice. We're the second race tonight. The first race will be Division B. You can catch that live over at McNaughty Gaming on YouTube. Mr. Cole Trickle. No Brands Hatch. We're not doing Brands Hatch, Cole. Good evening, by the way. Man, I hope you all had a good Friday. I'm kind of looking forward to this race. I only got one night's practice in last night, but thank you, Mr. Joe. Autopolis. Yeah, I say Atopolis, but it could be Autopolis. I don't know. Autopolis. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so here we are. It is, this is just practice lobby, but 16 racers, 16 laps, the full racing course. The weather, it's going to start rain, and then we have no idea the second half of the race. It could rain some more. It could dry out like it did in my practice lobbies last night. We're just here for the ride, man. Grid start with false start check. BOP is off. However, do not change any settings. If you're racing in this race tonight, it's got to be completely stock settings. The reason BOP is off is because if you turn BOP on, you can't use the brake balance controller. So we left BOP off. You can use the brake balance controller, but all your settings have to be stock. And you have to send screenshots to McNaughty before you start the race. No boost, slipstream's real, visible damage is off, heavy mechanical damage, which really isn't an issue unless you get to another car here. Tire wears a 5, fuel consumption 2. You can make all 16 laps with no fuel, which is good because refueling speed is super slow. 180-second, 10-minute qualifier with 2-minute continuation time, And it's probably going to be raining in qualifying. 714 PP limit, 551 on the max power, 2646 on the weight. You can use hard or medium racing tires or your intermediates wet weather tires, but none are required. So tire strat's up to you. Right, Seanzy? I put in one night of practice last night. Maybe about 20 laps. But again, I was super impressed with this little car. Excuse me. Typical penalty settings. Nothing major here. So for those of you that missed the meeting, driver's meeting last night, when you send the screenshots to McNaughty, you must make sure you are on your racing medium tires and nothing has changed. He'll want that screenshot and that screenshot. That way he knows nothing has been... Yeah. Right, Seanzy? I kept putting it off. It's like, I got 2 weeks. Oh, I still got a week. And then it came down to last night. I was like, man, I better put this car on the freaking track. So, anyway, this is what the screenshots. Make sure your medium tires are on and you meet all requirements. Yeah, it was just, I got 2 weeks. I'll get to it. And yeah, I never did. All right, so... Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Is that where I had that last night? Was it 3? Interesting. So this is a 1. SM's on. Yeah, see, even from last night, this rain's already different. I don't think so, Shanti. Is that where you're racing tonight? I think their weather is pretty constant throughout the race. Yeah. Yeah, I was running to see how far the actual rain tires would go. Got to that 7th lap, and they wore out fast because it was drying out. By the time I got hell to here, Leo was on my butt. I couldn't turn. Then I had to brake super early to get into the pits, and he wasn't ready for it. I don't think. Even braking early, I don't think I'd have made the pits. Even in the rain, this car, it's pretty controllable, man. Mr. Rick Shear. Mr. PhD. How are you, Rick? Happy Friday, sir. Chances are they've got the lobby open. Doesn't that race start like soon? It should be a pretty good race, Rick. I have to agree with you. Honestly, this is probably the most excited I've been for a race in the rain in a long time. Only because this car is controllable. You can still push it a little, even in the rain. Dreamy. Alright, I'm not sure that's the word I was thinking, but... Ooh. Yeah, they're at Kyoto. Yep. Hey, Stardust. Thank you, ma'am. Right, Dylan? Nah, I did some practice last night. I'm just out there messing around, just kind of warming up. I'm not even going for a lap time. I'm just getting used to the slide and everything. I'm super curious the weather, since it's random, what it's going to be like the second half of the race. Because in my practice lobby last night, it dried out and stayed dry. After like lap 6 or 7, you could go to your racing tires. Jorge was saying that in his, after lap 6, 7, it started raining again. So it's going to be an on-the-fly adjustment. RSR Ace. Dun, dun, dun. I have not had to save fuel, Ace. Card K, thank you, sir. It's Chauncey. RSR is a great group of guys, man. Thank you, Subi. Yeah, me too. Madam Titanium. Thank you, T. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Shanzi. Thank you, Hector. I appreciate that, man. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Right? John Deere. Tires are getting hot. Nova Scotia. No, wait till we enter the actual lobby. You'll want them after you enter the lobby for the race. Yes, sir. Yep, exactly. There you go, Shanzi. It goes all right, Jose. How are you, man? Happy Friday. And then after the race, Rick, remember to save the last 60 minutes if you're not streaming it. That's really just to cover your own butt. When somebody complains that you're too fast, thinks you modified things, you need to be able to show McNaughty and the stewards that your last hour of gameplay that you never went back in after your screenshot and modified anything. It should be a good race, Jose. My race doesn't start for about another hour or so. How are you, Steven? Happy Friday, sir. Nothing wrong with taking it easy. Heyo! Thank you, Sal. Yeah, there's probably quite a few rounds to make at the moment. Ooh, late. Oh, come on. The Naughty Racing League. Time is it? 7 o'clock. They should be well into their race now, right? Just started lap 1 of 21. Ooh. Honestly, the VW is really good. I'm impressed. Ouch. All right, I don't want to watch too much. All right, so they just started their race. Going to be at least a half an hour. I'm going to go take a quick safety meeting. I'll be right back. How about now? That thing's been down for a while. Thanks for saying something, man. Right. I was focused. I wasn't talking a lot, but I forgot I turned that down. Just making my appearance over there. I think so. Final lap. All right, I don't want to see the end, so because I want to rewatch it all later. I'm gonna go get my car washed, oil changed, and get ready for this thing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, I'm gonna go grab my last safety meeting before this starts. Hit the restroom, and we'll get this NRL race going, y'all. All right, enjoy. I'll be right back.
In the shadow of the night where I burn, roaring engines scream as the sharp turns churn. Papa's house of game ain't no saintly shrine. Red lights bleeding through the finish line. Racing demons in my rear view tight, crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track. Racing demons in my rear view tight, crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track. In Papa's house of game, only winners thrive. Through the shards and smoke, I'm alive. Rivals eaten by my roaring flame. Destruction's a rule in Papa's game. Sweat and steel ignite wild fury's frame. Diesel and despair in every name. Victories of poison players can't reclaim. Fearless fire play on this hallowed lane. I've seen champions fall on knees they prayed. Blood and gasoline, the price I paid. Waste no mercy, eyes sharp as blades. Papa's game ain't no dark crusade. Every roar, a whisper to destiny's ear, against the clock and laced in fear. Speed kills softly with a jagged edge. Papa's house again, everyone's pledge. In Papa's house, in Papa's house, in Papa's house of game. In the shadow of the night where I burn, roaring engines scream as the sharp turns churn. Papa's house of game ain't no saintly shrine. Red lights bleeding through the finish line. Racing demons in my rear view tight, crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track. Racing demons in my rear view tight, crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track.
All right.
Papa's house of game, only winners thrive. Through the shards and smoke, I'm alive. Rivals eaten by my roaring flame.
Are we about ready for this, y'all? Yeah, I gotta put my medium tires on for the picture. For the screenshot. Okay. Nerves are kicking in. Thank you, Jose. That's if we get loaded in here. Got the fireball. I heard, dude. My mic was probably muted, but I heard. Congratulations, man. At least, right, Jose? That's what I was thinking. Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-ba-dum, ba-da-bum, bum. My phone. I'm just going to use my phone to take the pictures. It's just easier that way. Flash is off, all right. All right, y'all. Look at all these A+'s I'm racing. Talon, Chief, Jorge, Cougar. I want in. I want in. Let's keep the music going while we're waiting.
In the shadow of the night where I burn, roaring engines scream as the sharp turns turn.
No, this is the league race racer.
Shrine, red lights bleeding through the finish line.
This is part of the Naughty Racing League. These were all paid entrants.
Listen to the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left.
This is the one run by McNaughty.
Racing demons in my review tight.
Go to McNaughty Gaming on YouTube. Click that link that Stream Elements just put. You can watch the live commentary and race there. Tell them Papa said hey.
Diesel and despair in every name. Victories of poison players can't reclaim. Feel his fire play on this hallowed name. I've seen champions fall on knees they prayed. Blood and gasoline, the price I paid. Waste no mercy, eyes sharp as blades. Papa's game paved on dark crusades. Every roar, a whisper to destiny's ear. Against the clock and laced in fear. Speed kills softly with a jagged edge. Papa's house again, everyone's pledge.
Come on.
In Papa's house. In Papa's house. In Papa's house of game.
Must still be doing interviews, huh? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there he goes. All right. Picture time. Picture time. All right. Now we go to the Discord. I should be wearing my glasses for this. NRL. Setup submissions. All right. There's that. So now I'm going to put on my intermediates. We got that. That. Right, Rob? Doggy, that took off. All right, Rob. Thank you, sir. Can't believe Apollo's running 58s in this weather. Alien. Woo, the nerves are kicking in, y'all. I think he's gonna reset it again. Reset one more time after the break. Hey, Dark and Azrael's running same livery I am. This is intense. This is just practice laps. Crazy. Duke. It could change. Doesn't look like it though, based on the weather patterns we're seeing. Look at that, I'm so freaking slow. These guys are gonna kill me tonight. Subi with a 201. Nice. Dude, that's all right, man. It's all good. Woo! All right. Oh, we got to send him again? Right? La 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 la. All right, let's just make sure we do this right. Here, I'm even gonna make sure we got the time and the date. I don't mind sending them again. Better safe than sorry. Thank you, Luis. I am going to need it, I'm afraid. I am in here with some fast freaking guys. I remembered this time, Titanium. Thank you. Oh, no, no, no. I do not wish to exit. Oh, come on. What the hell? I actually remembered this time. Thank you, Max. Appreciate it, man. No, I don't need you in my life, buddy. Just go lay down. Take a good day, Flex. All right. He was saying hurry, please, so I probably don't have time. Woo. Wow. I'm all the way ranked 13th in this lobby. The last A. Now that we aren't allowed to do any setup, Max. All we can change is tires. Okay, so Dark and Azrael, he's running version 1 of the livery. I'm on version 2. Oh, come on. I know. Come on. Thank you. The nerves are peaked at the moment. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Starting soon. Alan, the top-ranked driver. Truth Serum, Chief Apollo, Azrael, Jorge, Alicos, Cougar, Babajito, Fishtail, Subi, Rick, Ace, myself, Lagtastics. CMB, good evening, man. How are you? Okay, this is taking too long. I could have had a quick sanity meeting. Hey, Reg. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Nice, CMB. Congrats. Here we go. McNaughty said good luck all. 8 seconds. Now the nerves are peaked. Peaked. Ooh, baby. Thanks, James. I'm gonna try, Shags. I'm gonna do the best that I can. I do enjoy being in Division A. But man, there's a lot of fast guys in here, and it's the pressure to perform is just horrible. Well, I got one of the fastest guys behind me. Sweet. Mr. Mage, ahoy! I really don't like Chico Paulo behind me. Yeah, it would make sense. Yeah, it was him. But it's going to dry out here in a little bit in the next couple laps. And I think the intermediates will... Got that big time. It's like Azrael was on wets too. Oh, there'll be more top times. Yeah, see, they all just beat me. They're all going to be just as fast, or faster in their case. It looked good for a second, though. Well, let's see where that ends up. I'll be right back, guys. Woo! All right, starting P8. Not last, that's good. I'm okay with that. Jorge, Cougar, Talon, P123. PHG represented. Nice job, guys. Talon, part of Team Fart. $53.3. What, 2.5 seconds slower than Jorge. Ooh, baby. Weather, weather, weather. Facts. Did they switch? I was wondering if anybody was going to do that. It crossed my mind. But I don't trust myself. It did cross my mind, though. Nah, just stay what you're doing. I'm just playing it safe. Yeah, usually right around lap 6 when I bet they were. Yeah. Yep. You got to cross that start finish line full speed with like 5 seconds or less to go. Okay, it's false start check. Good luck, everybody. Woo! Man, that splashback's wicked. Alright, come on. Man, this thing's like it's literally swimming. Alright, well. Oh, just go. Okay, feel the track starting to dry a little. Well, done. I'm done. Too off track. Yep. Just go, just go, just go. I concede. I needed the 6 laps though. Oof. No! God damn it. I have no idea what tires I just put on, if any. None. I didn't even push the button. Right? Yeah, this isn't gonna be good. I'm just gonna go way back. Try and stay out of everybody's way now. Oh, come on. Rage quit. That's what Rowdy would do. I'm really close. It's not like I'm gonna get anywhere. I'm gonna lose so much time because of this. Well, I just like flashed on the tires. I pushed up to go make my selection and it just went to don't change tires. Now the question is can I make mediums last 9 laps? I don't think I can. Can't freaking turn. I gotta go with the hards. Race over. Look at all that freaking time. Yeah. I mean, I'd done it before. That stinks, Rick. I'm 40 seconds behind. Okay, maybe not. Ah! Come on. God damn it. This is the worst I have done. The pressure got to me, I guess. This is horrendous. The backwards hat didn't help tonight. It doesn't let me down that often. Right? Get off the curbs. I need a mid-race sanity break right now. Oh, come on. Stay off the curbs, Papa. You're still wet. Horrible freaking times. Again, that's 3 laps in a row I've done that exact same spin. Slide. Not actually a spin. We got a $10 from Wrench. Consolidation Dono. Thank you, Wrench. Oh. Stay positive, Papa. Learning experience. Yes, it is. $10 from Duke. Definitely going to need the double shot of bourbon. Facts. Been there. Oops. Wrench, Duke, thank you for the donations, man. Everybody, please, round of applause. Thumbs up, PhD style. Madam Wench and Mr. Duke. Thank you, guys. Four more laps. Oh, it overshot it again. So for Manu tomorrow, we have Spa. Anybody been doing any practice for that? Okay, why can I not stop in this freaking corner? Horrendous. This is just literally the worst 16 laps I put in 2 days. Two more. I think I'll be okay when this race is over. And I'm just falling further and further behind these guys. Way out of my league in this division. Hey. See if I even get to finish. I should have like 6 seconds to spare. Yeah, and I'm losing like 2 seconds a lap now. At least to Subi, the guy in front of me. Goal is to finish the race. And I'm going to overshoot every corner, overdriving it to do so. Oh, 3 minutes. I thought we only had 2 minutes. Alright. I'll finish the race. Just finish this thing. Yuck. That's all I got to say. Just yuck. A meeting and a drink. Facts. I don't know what it is about these NRL races. I keep having my worst races during these NRL races. I think the pressure just gets to me. Man. Cougar Talon. Where'd Jorge end up? What happened to Jorge? Well, he got the fastest lap. No problem, Leo. Yeah, that's it, Wrench. That's it. Thanks, Leo. Man. What could have been? Yeah, what could have been? Anywho. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, that was rough. Nobody to blame either. I don't know. I don't know what happened with the wheel there when I first time in the pit. It just like, nope, you don't get no tires. Mr. Horn of Plenty. How are you, sir? Give me the million. Or not. At our age, you're still a young and wench. Hey, Horn. Subi? No. You did not hold me up at all. I ended up like 30 plus seconds behind you, so it was Shaggy, but it shouldn't have been that tough. It really shouldn't have. All right, y'all. Well, there's NRL. There's 2 more races to check out at McNaughty's channel tomorrow morning, early afternoon, depends where you're at. Another Division B, another Division A. I didn't mean to, but yeah, I did. I ended up having to do a whole nother lap after I pitted. I don't know. It's what? I think it starts at like noon Eastern time. Something like that. Noon 30. But it should be a couple good races, you guys. So make sure you check them out at McNaughty Gaming. And hopefully, if you go over there now, you'll find out what our races are for next week. That's where I'm headed. But I am going to call it a night. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the donations. Check us out on Discord. Check out the merch store. Check out the new website. Yeah, I did. Cougar bailed us. Cougar for the win. Good night, Wrench. Good night, everybody. Stay safe. Go get those wins if you guys are racing anymore tonight or tomorrow. For Manu, if I don't see ya. PHG, great racers, better people. We'll catch y'all later, guys. Bye.
In the shadow of the night where I burn, roaring engines scream as the sharp turns churn. Papa's house of game ain't no saintly shrine. Red lights bleeding through the finish line. Racing demons in my rear view tight, crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track. Racing demons in my rear view tight, crashing metal tears into the dying light. Ruthless throttle grip, ain't no looking back. Broken bones left in my track. In Papa's house of game, only winners thrive. Through the shards and smoke, I'm alive. Rivals eaten by my roaring flame. Destruction's a rule in Papa's game. Sweat and steel ignite wild fury's frame. Diesel and despair in every name. Victories of poison players can't reclaim. Feel his fire play on this hallowed lane. I've seen champions fall on knees.